So where to begin? So I'm thinking we're going to recap on the runners yoga because it's bank holiday weekend. I'm assuming quite a lot of you might be going running a little bit more. So we'll recap on that. And then at the end of this class, if you guys want to drop comments for what you guys want to do tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, please think about that during the class, and then we can decide on something to do for tomorrow morning. So make sure if you've got any injuries, if anything hurts, if you're not feeling well, be very mindful of your own body. Just be very careful with your movements. Be kind to yourself. I'd say the same thing in my physical classes as well. No one knows your body just like you. You know your body better than anyone. Something doesn't feel right, that means it's not. Pull yourself out, have a drink of water, take a break, rejoin us when you're ready. Do as much or as little of the flow as you want. If you want to spend the next 45 minutes lying on your mat in Shavasana, please be my guest. And also, guys, please make sure that you have got water at hand for today because it is very warm. And I don't want you guys to get dehydrated. So bring yourself onto your mat, give yourself a little shift, wiggle around. Hello everyone joining, thank you so much for actually waiting around and rejoining me at 8. Just to say to everyone that's just joined, tomorrow we'll go back to the normal time of 7:30 p.m. There's also the 10:15 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're just starting late tonight because my little boy wasn't very well, but he's fine, everything's good. And we're all here now. So sitting on your mats, give yourself a little shake, get out that static energy, like any little excess bits of energy that you have. Give yourself a little wiggle, shoulder roll, maybe draw circles with your body. I don't know about you, but when I get down on the mat, I have a lot of kind of nervous energy that I need to shake out. I have it quite a lot of the time. If you guys are like me, especially if I've been inside for a lot of the time, I build that up. So give it a little wiggle because we want to bring ourselves into a still place to start this class. Draw those circles, just loosen up the body. And then bring yourself, when you feel like that energy's come, all the way out of your body. Bring yourself down onto the mat, sit bones nice and solid, lengthen the spine, palms on your knees facing up towards the sky, and drop those shoulders down. And take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Closing your eyes. Sinking down through the sit bones. Sitting tall, drop the shoulders. And inhale, expand your abdomen. Send all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs, filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And when you exhale, reverse the breath, navel to spine. Slow down your body, slow down your breath. Breathing deeply, and with every inhale, feel that breath wash through you. And exhale, release. Let's use our breath to just calm us. Slowing us down, allowing us to take a moment. With every breath, try and teach your body to breathe that little bit deeper. Inhale, maybe pause for a second at the top, using the full capacity of your lungs. Exhale, release, navel to spine. And inhale. And exhale. And as you breathe, start to push out anything that does not serve you, any wandering thoughts or worries. Take an imaginary broom and sweep the mind clear. Inhale, sitting tall, dropping the shoulders, gluing those sit bones down onto the mat. Exhale, lengthening up. Inhale, drop those shoulders down your spine, drawing them down towards the earth. And as you pull the shoulders down, allow your neck to grow long. Keeping that breath slow and steady. Take your right hand and place it on your abdomen. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. And feel more connected to your breath when you can feel that rise and fall. Inhale. Breathe into your palm and exhale. Take your left hand and place it onto your heart center. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice. Drop both hands down onto your knees again. And just check in with those key tension points. So we tend to hold on to stress in those really subtle ways. So inhale, start to drop the shoulders down away from the spine, away from the ears, drawing them down your spine, allowing your neck to grow nice and long, releasing any tension you're holding there. I noticed that maybe you were holding your shoulders up a little bit tight, hunching slightly. Inhale, dropping the shoulder blades and sitting tall. Exhale, start to soften your facial features, letting go of any tension, allowing the face to become neutral and calm. Unlocking the jaw, unclenching those back teeth and drawing the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. And breathe, inhale. And exhale. Start to draw your chin towards your shoulder. And gently roll that head from side to side. Gently mobilizing the neck. Feel free to, if you want to progress that into a full head roll. And if you're doing that, make sure you go both ways. Really nice. Send it back the other way. Lovely. And bring yourself back to center. Roll those shoulders up to your ears, down your spine. Deep shoulder rolls up to your ears, down your spine. Really indulgent rolls. Imagine you're drawing a circle with those shoulder blades up and down. Really nice. And gently interlace those fingers at the front. Imagine you're hugging a giant beach ball. So you're creating a circle shape with your arms. Drop the chin to the chest. Creating a C shape with your spine. Inhale, pull those shoulders apart. And exhale, push up towards the sky, pushing the air away. Start to hinge across to the left, stretching the right side of the body. And you can take your left hand to your right wrist and gently pull from hip to fingertip. And try and keep those bum cheeks planted on the mat. So not lifting the right hip. If you feel like you're lifting, gently pull yourself back. And try and keep that heart center open. Deep breath, bring yourself back to center. Right hand to left wrist and gently pull all the way across. Inhale. And exhale, well done. Really nice deep breath, inhale. And exhale back to center. Take your arms out on either side, wriggle those wrists, wriggle those fingers, and then draw the arms behind you. Pull those shoulder blades together at the back and open your heart center. Really giving those shoulders an opposite stretch to what we were doing when we were imagining holding a beach ball. Pulling those shoulder blades together like chicken wings and opening your heart. Drop that right hand behind you, nice and straight like a secondary spine. Left hand comes to the outside of your right knee. We're going to give ourselves a little twist. Goes over that right shoulder. And if you're pregnant, please avoid any twist because it restricts airflow to the fetus. Otherwise, looking over your right shoulder, push that right knee away and twist, looking all the way behind you. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Really getting nice and deep into that twist, looking all the way behind you. Remembering that when we twist, we're compressing our organs, allowing any toxins to be released. Bring yourself back to center, allowing fresh blood to flow through the organs. Left hand comes behind you, right hand to the outside of the left knee, gaze over that left shoulder, sit up nice and tall, deep inhale. Exhale, push that knee away and twist. Really nice. With every breath, try and push against that left knee a little more. Inhale. And exhale. Really good. Inhale. And exhale, bring yourself back to center. Take your hands in front of you, bring yourself into an all fours position. Stacking those joints, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Pushing down into the mat. Push down through your palms, push down through your knees, the tops of your feet. Feel energy coming out of those points. Try to keep the spine nice and straight, drawing that navel in. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And just engaging here, and if you want to get a little bit deeper into your glutes and your abdomen, tuck those toes under, lift the knees about 10 centimeters off the mat, keep the back straight, engage the core, float those knees, push back into your heels, deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Holding here, keep that engagement. Try and keep the wrists under the shoulders, keep the spine straight, pushing back into your heels. Feel that engagement in the glutes, in the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop yourself back into your all fours position. Navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky. Arch like a little cow gazing upwards, opening your heart center. I actually don't know why this is arching like a cow, but apparently it is. And then arching the other way like a scared cat, drawing the navel to the spine, spread the shoulder blades, crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale. So as always, if you like this cat-cow movement, please continue here. We're just mobilizing the spine. Those of you that want to get weird and get your wiggle on, feel free, start to move around, getting all the way into your body, whichever little bit of your body needs waking up. If you're feeling a bit stiff today, and I don't know about you guys, but anyone that took my balance class last night, you might be aching today, because I definitely am. So give yourself a little wiggle, wake up that body, reach those fingers out. Maybe get into your hips, maybe get into your hamstrings, maybe get into your shoulders, coming into your child's pose, reaching those arms out, get into your neck, get into your wrists. Whatever you feel like you want to do, maybe you want to come all the way forward into your cobra, pushing back. Whatever feels good, give me 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, back into your all fours position. And you're going to take that right leg and push it out behind you, point the toe, leg in a nice straight line. And from there, circle that right leg all the way around. Bring the right foot in line with the left knee. Walk the hands back. Reach those arms up to the side. Bring yourself up into your gate pose. Make sure those hips stay aligned. So what I mean by that is that you're not kind of sinking back into that right hip. Both hips squared to the front like car headlights. You can put your fingers on your hip bones. Bring those arms up in line with your ears. And then start to hinge across to the right. Bring that right arm down towards the right calf, left arm over. Nice lateral stretch. Push that left hip out. Keep the body aligned like you've been popped in a toaster. Reaching with those left fingers. Keep the neck long. Deep breath in. And exhale. And deep breath. You're making yourself in a little half moon. And then bring that left arm all the way over. Plant that left hand in line with the left knee. Reach that right arm up into your gate pose. There's 2 versions of gate pose. And if you want to, you can stay here, making sure from wrist to wrist, it's a nice straight line, shoulders stacked on top of each other. What I mean by that is that your arms not falling forward or back. Make sure that hip stays open, chest stays open. And if you want to take a balance, lift that right leg. Bring the right arm out. So it's a straight line from finger to toe. And if you're balancing, engage that core. Try not to go all floppy. And if you want to go further still, bend that right knee behind you. Take your right hand, reach and take hold. Oh, that was my knee. Take hold of your right foot and kick that right foot into your right hand, which is giving you a nice shoulder stretch and a balance. Find a drishti, a place to rest your gaze, and hold here. Give me 5, 4, wherever you are, 3, 2, and 1. And then straighten out. Everybody now, reaching from finger to toe, lifting that leg. If you don't want to, by all means, stay in your gate pose. We're going to add a little bit of movement here. You're going to draw the knee into the elbow and reach. And knee to elbow and reach. Well done. Give me 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. 2 and reach. And 1. Good for your core, this one. And bring yourself back into your all fours position, but keep that right leg lifted. And you're just going to bend the knee, flex the foot. And we're just going to do a little hip opening. So you're just going to draw circles with that knee to open the hips. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, back the other way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really nice. Drop that knee. Take that left leg out behind you, pointing that left toe. You're going to circle that left foot all the way around in a semicircle to bring it in line with the right knee. Start to walk your hands back. Curl up through the spine. Raise those arms up above your head. Gate pose, left side. So making sure hips are squared to the front, so you're not bringing that hip forward or back. Sticking your bum out. Everything nice and aligned, tailbone tucked under. Imagine you've been popped in a toaster, arms in line with your ears. Take a deep breath, lean across with the left, push that right hip out, reach the right arm over, making yourself a nice half moon shape. Reaching from one side of the room to the other, pushing that hip out, deep breath, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, really nice. Bring that right arm over, drop the right hand in line with the right knee. Left arm up, stack the shoulders, keep the chest open, arms in a nice straight line. So if you're happy here, lovely. If you want to lift that left leg, take the left arm out in front, hold that balance, engage the core. And if you want to take a back bend and a shoulder stretch, bending the left knee. Take that left hand behind you and kick the left foot into your hand. Find a place to rest your gaze, hold that balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back. We're going to take that straight arm, straight leg balance. If you don't want to do this, by all means, just stay in your gate pose with your arms aligned. Engage your core, foot down. Otherwise, we're going to move at knee to elbow and reach. And give me 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. 2, good for your core, strengthening your trunk, and 1, really nice. Bring yourself back into an all fours position. Keep that left leg out behind you, bend the knee, flex the foot, and let's do our hip opening circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, back the other way. 1, 2, well done. I'm just going to change sides. 3 and 4. Back to your all fours position, and then just sit your bum back on your heels into a kneeling position. So we're going to take our thunderbolt pose. So we're going to stretch out our feet. So what we do here, so thunderbolt is very intense. I know some of you feel like it pinches. It does pinch. So what we're going to do is you're going to tuck the toes under and sit on your heels, and you're pushing those heels back, just stretching out your feet. Bring your palms onto your knees and breathe. So while we're doing this, if this is too intense, feel free to just drop into kneeling and then take child's pose and meet us in a minute. So what we're doing is we're going to do toes pose in a minute, which will push our feet in the opposite direction. So keeping yourself nice and upright, deep breath. So this one's actually quite good for your knees. And then we're going to drop into toes pose in a couple of breaths. So what toes pose does is it helps prevent plantar fasciitis, a disorder of the connective tissue in the foot, and it causes heel and foot pain. And by stretching the shins and the arches of the feet, toes pose helps alleviate any of that pain. So what we do is we tuck our feet under. This is our toes pose. Comes back to a kneeling position. Take your hands, bring your arms behind you, and basically, because we've just done Thunderbolt, I always feel like this is a nice one to follow because it pushes our feet in the opposite direction. So you're just going to start to lift the knees as much as you can, and it probably is going to hurt a little bit. Not hurt, it should feel a little bit uncomfortable. So just lift as much as you can, feel that stretch through the front of your feet and through your shins, and just try and give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into your all fours position. Drop your chest down onto the mat, reaching those arms out in front. Into your extended puppy. So your chest is down, your bum up towards the sky. Draw that navel in towards your spine. Feet and knees parallel behind you, about hip width apart, and reaching forward with your arms. If you want, you can come up onto your fingertips, stretch out the shoulders, gaze straight ahead, take a nice deep breath. Start to draw yourself along the mat, bring yourself into your cobra pose. Pushing down through your palms, pushing down through your forearms. So cobra, you're actually going to be lifted up a little bit more, and you're going to get a deep bend in the back. But if you want to stay here on your forearms in Sphinx pose, looking like one of those little statues in Egypt, by all means do. So whichever one you're in, Sphinx or Cobra, what we're doing is we're stretching our chest and abdomen, and we are stretching out our shoulders. It's also good for lower back pain. And I want you to not forget about the lower half of your body. So point those toes and lift the knees wherever you are. And when you do that, you'll feel that engagement in the bum, the glutes, the hamstrings, the lower back, and really enjoy that stretch. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. If you want to add a little bit of motion here, we're going to inhale, drop forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale. And give me 3. And lift. Well done. 2. And lift. And 1. And lift and breathe. Push yourself up into your upward facing dog. Really good for your posture, this one. Make sure that the thighs are lifted, tops of the feet on the mat. Push those toes under. Exhale into your downward dog. So, first downward dog of the day. Let's take it with bent knees. Push down into your palms, your little fingers, the outside of your hands. Very slightly soften the elbows. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And rotate your shoulders outwards. Don't pull them in. So the reason that I want you to do that is because if you push them together, that's how you get rotator cuff injuries. So just relaxing them outwards. This also makes it easier for you to have a nice straight back, which is the most important thing about down dog. So from tailbone to fingers, you want it to be straight. Head looking between your arms, between your legs or at your navel. Feet should be hip width apart and navel drawn in towards the spine. You can keep your knees bent in down dog, that's absolutely fine. If you feel like you can straighten them out whilst keeping your back straight, then by all means do, drawing those heels down towards the mat, but don't worry if they don't meet the mat. If you've got really tight heels and hamstrings, then this is probably going to be a little bit intense for you. So hold here and breathe. So down dog, a really good one for runners because it stretches our calves and our hamstrings and it stretches the arches of our feet. It also strengthens our shoulders. Down dog's a bit of a powerhouse. It really activates and energizes pretty much the whole body. So we're going to take a nice deep breath. And this is a really good one if you do get tight hamstrings, hips and calves. Inhale, lift up on the balls of your feet, lift those heels. Exhale, lower, feel that stretch down the back of your legs. Try and keep your body in the same position and just lift the feet and lower. And give me 5 and lower, 4 and lower, 3, keep that navel drawn in and lower, 2 and lower, and 1. And lower, and inhale, bring yourself forward into a plank position. Take a nice deep breath. Start to drop the knees down towards the mat. Don't let them touch the mat. Send the bum back towards the heels and up into your down dog. We're going to do a few of those little circles. Let's do 4 of them. Inhale, plank, knees, bum, exhale, down dog. And inhale, plank, knees, bum down dog, and plank, knees, bum down dog, lovely, plank, knees, bum down dog. Let's do one more for luck, plank, knees, bum and down dog. Take a deep breath, send that right leg all the way up behind you, 3-legged dog. Bring that right knee in towards the chest, drop the foot, nice and solid, bring those arms up in line with your ears, high lunge. Really good for runners. So what I want you to make sure is that your hips are squared to the front. Your hips are under your shoulders. Arms in line with your ears. Deep breath. Sink into that front knee bend. Really nice. Take a deep breath, turn that left foot out. Bring yourself into your warrior 2, gazing down those front fingertips. Tucking that tailbone under. Inhale, start to hinge forward, reach forward with that right arm. Turn the right palm upwards and then bring that arm back. Left arm down the back of the left leg. Right arm up and over. Into your reverse warrior. Well done. I'm just going to change sides. And if you want to take a half bind here, then by all means do. Bring that left arm all the way around. Touch the right thigh. Sink into that front knee bend. Really nice. Deep breath. Gorgeous. And just unravel the arms back to your warrior 2, and you're going to windmill those hands down on either side of that front foot. Turn both feet to face the front and drop that knee. Really nice. Well done. You're bringing yourself into your low lunge, also known as your runner's lunge. Sorry, I'm just changing sides again. So make sure that ankle stays underneath the knee, and we're sinking into those hips. So this is called a runner's lunge. You can bring your arms up in line with your ears if you want. What we're doing is we're stretching our hip flexors and we're strengthening our hamstrings and our quads. So really feel yourself melting open in this stretch. Deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, bring those palms down to either side of the front foot. Straight that front leg, flex the front foot. And coming into a nice deep hamstring stretch here, and inhale. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Really feel that pull in the back of the hamstrings. This is a really nice deep hamstring stretch. Shoulders away from the ears, keep the spine nice and straight. So you'll notice, if you keep your back straight rather than becoming the hunchback of Notre Dame, you won't go as deep into the stretch, but it will feel more intense because you're actually just hinging at the hips, which is what you want to do when you're stretching your hamstring. Hamstring stretching is really important, but it's important that we do it right so we don't get a nasty injury. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back into your runner's lunge. Reaching those arms up in line with your ears. So if you want to stay here, lovely. And if you want to join me and take a little monkey twist, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your left hand to the outside of the mat. So we're taking the mat out of the equation. Reach your right arm, so your bent knee arm is going to come out in front. Then you're going to circle that right arm all the way back, gazing at that right hand. Happy here, lovely. If you want to, you can lift that back foot and kick the left foot into the right hand and sink into those hips. Really nice deep breath. Really feel those hips and hamstrings stretching. Deep breath, inhale. Gorgeous. Take a nice deep breath. Windmill both hands to the inside of your foot, of your right foot. Drop that back foot. And you're going to tuck that left toe under and just lift that back knee. Bring yourself into your dragon pose, a really nice one for opening up those hips, stretching the hamstrings. If you're happy here, lovely. And if you want to drop down onto your forearms, by all means do. Really nice. Well done. Give me 5, 4, wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. And if you're in long arm or forearms, you're going to step that leg back and come into either your plank or your forearm plank. So we're going to do a little core burner here. So if you're in plank and you'd like to drop down into your forearm plank, by all means do. Keep that core nice and engaged, body in a nice straight line. And what we're going to do is we're going to rock on our toes. Find your edge as you come forward. We're going to do that 5 times. Ready? 1, and back. 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, core burning and back. And 5, really nice. Drop those knees, heels together, knees apart. And sink back into a child's pose. And breathe in. And exhale. Push down through your palms, gaze straight ahead. Bring yourself back into that all fours position. Tuck those toes under and push up into a downward facing dog. Make sure spine is straight. If you don't feel like it's straight, bend those knees. Just soften them slightly. I spend most of my time doing down dog with bent knees, so I don't put too much pressure on my hamstrings. They're very delicate muscles, so it is better for me personally to do bent knees. So don't worry if you feel like straightening them is just not in your practice. Take a deep breath, send that left leg out behind you. Draw that left knee in towards the chest, plant the left foot, high lunge. Bring those arms up in line with your ears. Really nice. So high lunge, good for knee strengthening, which is great if you're a runner or a cyclist. What it does is it works on activating all the muscles around the knee, which we need to have good knee health. Keep those hips square to the front. It's also good for balance. This one. Take a deep breath, turn that right foot out, bring the arms in line with the shoulders, gaze down those front fingertips. Well done. Sinking into your warrior 2. Turn that left palm upwards and reach forward and then hinge back. Reverse warrior, right arm down the back of the right leg, left arm up and over. And if you want to take your right arm all the way around to touch your left thigh in a half bind, then by all means do. Well done. Reaching that left arm back, sink into that front knee bend. Really nice. Breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Looking good, everybody. Take one more deep breath. Unwrap the arms and windmill those hands forward on either side of that front foot. Turn both feet to face the front. Drop that right knee. Untuck the right foot. Runner's lunge now on the left-hand side. Nice low lunge. So we're opening our hip flexors and strengthening our hamstrings and quads. Bring those arms up in line with your ears and really feel yourself sinking open. Deep breath, hips square to the front. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, well done. Inhale, drop both hands down on either side of that front foot. Bend the back knee, straight the front leg. Hamstring stretch, flexing your left foot. Inhale, keep that back nice and straight as you hinge forward through the hips. And also what happens here, and I'm actually doing it right now, which is very naughty, is if you feel like you've got quite tight hamstrings, you might actually start to kind of open your hip as you hinge forward. Try not to do that. Keep your hips squared to the front. Remember those hip bones like car headlights, and just hinge at the hips. It will mean that you probably don't go as low down. Like I said before, it's much better to get form. Try and practice putting your form above your ego. It's really hard if you're super flexible. And I've said this before, people that are super flexible, what we tend to do is put our ego first, and we're like, oh, we're so flexible, look how far we can get down. But we're actually not doing it very well. And then plant that left foot back into your runner's lunge, bringing those arms up in line with your ears. If you're happy here, lovely. If you want to take that monkey twist with me, take your right hand, bring it to the outside of your right mat. Bring it to the outside of your mat on the right hand side. Take that left arm, so your bent knee arm is going to come out in front. And you're going to circle that left arm all the way back, gazing back at those fingertips. And if you want to, kick that right foot up. Take the right foot into your left hand and sink into that twist. Really feel those hips melting open. Wherever you are, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that foot. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot now. Tuck that right toe under, picking up the right knee into your dragon pose. Again, really good for opening the hips. Good one for splits prep. And if you want to, you can drop down onto your forearms here, into your lizard. Maybe give yourself a little rock. Well done, lovely. Deep breath. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back into your plank or forearms plank. If you're in high plank and you want to drop down onto your forearms, by all means do. Otherwise, you can stay in high plank. You can still do the core burners, but they don't burn quite as much as if you're in forearm plank. So everybody now, let's go for 5. We're going to rock forward. Find your edge and back. 4, and back. 3, and back. 2, well done, and 1. Really nice. And if you're in forearm plank, bring yourself back into your plank position. You can either push straight back into your downward facing dog or join me for a vinyasa. Tuck those elbows in, come down. Through chaturanga, push forward, upward facing dog. Really good for your posture, this one. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath. Start to walk the feet towards the hands. You're going to take your forward fold, your Uttanasana. If you want to, slightly soften the knees. It's much better again. Bent knees better than a curved back in every single pose. Bring your hands under your feet. So if you do need to bend your knees a little bit more here, by all means do. So Uttanasana, forward fold with hands under feet. What we're doing is we're stretching our hamstrings, our hips and our back, really good for running. Start to pull the chest towards the thighs, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Give me one more deep breath here, inhale. Untuck the hands, keep the feet together, the knees bent, reach those arms up in line with your ears. Bring yourself into your chair pose, nice straight back, pop all your weight in your hip sockets. So it's like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. Try not to let the knees go forward past the feet. You want to keep them behind the toes. Bringing those arms up and on with your ears, tailbone tucked under. Engagement in your glutes, in your core, sit into that imaginary chair. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Sit deeper. Deep breath. Drop your hands down onto the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, stroke the palms up the feet towards the shins or the thighs. Flat the back, gaze straight ahead. Exhale, back to your forward fold. Place the palms flat. Either step, float, or jump back into your plank position. Drawing those elbows in. Either push straight back into your downward dog or join me for your vinyasa. Come down to your chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing dog. And push back. Downward facing. Really nice. Slight bend in your knees. Gaze straight ahead. Step, float, or jump into a seated position on your mat. Really nice. You're going to bring your feet in front. Bring the feet flat, knees bent. We're going to take our boat pose. So your options here. Hands on either side of the mat, slightly behind you. Lift your knees into a tabletop position. Keep the spine straight, the core engaged. If you're happy here, lovely. If you want to lift your hands so you're balancing on your sit bones, keep that core engaged, spine long. And if you want to, you can straight those legs. And wherever you are, give me 5, 4, core engaged, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping that body nice and straight. If you've got straight legs, we're going to start to hinge ourselves back down onto the mat. Peel that spine onto the mat. Nice and slowly bring yourself into your dish pose. Point those toes, legs straight, so your feet are lifted about 10 centimeters off the mat. Reach with your fingers to try and touch your toes. So you're lifting that head and shoulder off the mat. Your core should be engaged here. Dish pose, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go, release. Bring yourself onto the mat and breathe. Feel free to take a little Apanasana, drawing your knees into your chest and just gently rocking from side to side. Just releasing yourself, releasing your spine. Bringing your arms out on either side. Take your knees into a tabletop position. Drop both knees over to the left and gaze to the right. Well done, deep breath. Both knees across to the right and gaze to the left. A nice little supine twist, my absolute favorite. I love a lying twist. Bringing yourself back to center. You're going to take your right knee, cross it over your left. So you're kind of tying your legs in a knot. Bring your hands onto your opposite feet. Start to pull the feet apart and towards you at the same time. in your reclined cow face pose. So what we're doing in this pose is we're increasing the range of motion in the hips, which is very important for running. And I like to just give myself a little rock here in this pose, just to massage my spine on the mat. Really feel that stretch through the hips, through the right glute. Pulling those feet apart and towards you more with every breath. This is a really good one to do before or after you run. Take a nice deep breath. And bring those legs back to center, into your tabletop. Switch now, so the left knee is going to come on top of the right leg. Take hold of your feet, pull those feet apart and towards you at the same time. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, starting to feel those hips stretching. Really trying to pull those feet towards you a little more with every breath. Really nice. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bringing those legs back to center. You're going to take your right ankle now towards your left knee in your reclining pigeon. Take your hands onto the back of your left thigh and start to pull that left leg towards you. Feel that stretch through your right glute. Deep breath, inhale. Also another really good one to do before or after you run. Just pull that leg towards you, inhale. And exhale. With every breath, try and pull the left knee towards you, opening that right hip a little more. Take one more deep breath. Gently let go and switch. Bring the left ankle to your right knee, hands to the back of your right thigh, and gently pull that leg towards you. Deep inhale and exhale. Really feel those hips opening. Deep inhale and exhale. And take one more deep breath here. And gently you're going to straighten that left leg out and bring the right leg up towards the sky, flexing that right foot. So this is a really good hamstring stretch. It's great to do before or after you run. It's good for knee strengthening. So if you've got knee pain, this is a good one. So if you have got a strap, by all means use it. You can also use a tie or a pair of tights and put them around your foot and pull that leg towards you. You can also put your hands on the back of your thigh, on the back of your calf, or if you have the flexibility to take your fingers around your big toe, by all means do that. And try and pull that leg towards you. Feel that stretch down the back of the hamstrings. Inhale, we lengthen, exhale, pull. Nice and deep. Really good. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. With every breath, try and bring yourself a little bit deeper into the stretch and exhale. Take one more deep breath. And gently draw that knee in towards your chest. Straighten that right leg out. Bring your left leg up towards the sky, flexing the left foot. Again, if you want to use a strap, by all means, otherwise hands to the back of your thigh, back of your calf, or little fingers around your big toes. Try and keep your spine flat on the mat with this. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And we're going to take 5 breaths. 5. Try and pull deeper with every breath. 4. 3. 2. And one, gently draw that knee in. Straight both legs out, give yourself a little breath, and then reach your arms above your head, taking your full body stretch now, pointing those fingers from one side of the room to the other, reaching, 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 full body stretch. You know the drill. And someone said to me yesterday that they get cramp in their foot during the stretch. If that is the case for you guys as well, either pull yourself slightly out of the stretch, or if you're pointing your feet, try flexing them instead. Reaching from one side and vice versa. Obviously, if you're flexing, try pointing. Deep breath, reach, 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 reaching from one side of the room to the other. Imagine someone's got you by the fingers, someone's got you by the toes. They're pulling the trying to add inches onto your body. Tension in every part of your body. Everything I've told you not to do, do it now. Pull those shoulders up. Make the ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Beady eyes, scrunched up face, a million double chins. Really, really pour all that tension in. And while we're here with the physical tension, put all the mental tension in as well. Everything that's been upsetting you or pissing you off, pour it all in. Let's create a big old tension bomb. It's really good to do this every day and just try and release all of that crap back into the world. Everything that you are not dealing with, you're just not vibing with right now. Let's pour it all in. Breathing, reaching from one side of the room to the other. I know it's not a permanent fix, but it sure is a nice feeling to just let it all go. Reach, 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 reach. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Throw it all back. Deep breath. Let yourself hang. Nice and limp on the mat. Feet falling open, and breathe. Inhale. And exhale, release. Feel free to have a drink of water. Dim your light, pop on music, grab socks, jumpers, blankets, cushions, whatever you need for your Shavasana. By all means, take it now. I fully recommend taking Shavasana lying down, but if you would like to take it some other way, please do. If you're pregnant, please take it lying on your left-hand side with a cushion between your knees in a fetal position. If you have a really lordotic back, like a really deep back bend, you might want to take with bent knees. On the other hand, if you don't want to take Shavasana at all, oh, my hair looks crazy, then by all means, you are very welcome to log off now. I definitely won't be offended. I know it's not for everyone. But if you do want to take your relaxation, bringing yourself down onto the mat, closing your eyes, and just taking you back to where you were at the beginning of the class. Feet falling open, palms towards the sky. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release. Start to tune out your distractions, thoughts and worries, and tune back into your breath. Tuning out everything that is not serving you in this moment. Bringing yourself back to that slow and steady rise and fall of your breath. Deep inhale and exhale. With every breath, feel yourself melting into the mat, as though you're becoming one with the earth. And just check in with those key tension points again. Make sure those shoulders are dropping down away from the ears, allowing your neck to become long. Shoulders drawing down the spine. Drawing down so far they melt into the mat like lava. Neck long. Head light, free of thoughts and worries. Maybe taking that imaginary broom again and sweeping the mind clear. And as you do, getting rid of anything that is not doing you any favors in this moment. Feel your facial features soften, your head becoming light. No tension in your face, no frowning. Unlock your jaw and drop the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. Unclenching the teeth. And deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Take your attention down towards your feet, feeling them fall open on the mat, each toe unraveling one by one. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs becoming lightweight. All the way up to the base of the spine and feeling each vertebrae melt down into the mat one by one, trickling down like water all the way up to your shoulders. Feeling your shoulders melt further away from the ears. Arms lightweight at your side. Palms open, facing upwards. Neck long. Head light. Facial features soft and gentle. And finally taking your attention to your chest and your abdomen and that slow and steady rise and fall. Gentle rhythm guiding your body into a deeper sense of calm. Just take these moments to breathe and enjoy the stillness of your body and mind as you inhale and exhale. And start to wiggle your fingers and toes to draw awareness back into your body. Draw your knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side to release your spine on the mat. Bringing yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. And then bring yourself up to seated on your mats, palms on your knees. And take a deep inhale through the nose. And when you exhale, let out a deep sigh. And again, inhale. And once more, inhale. Palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing with me and for being so patient and still practicing even though it was late. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Stay happy, healthy and safe. Namaste. Tomorrow everything will be back to the normal time.